Hello, welcome back. I'm Lori Williams, and today I want to talk to you about creating your own reality. So, if you are fairly new on your spiritual journey, then one thing, probably the very first thing, if I could, go back in time and rewrite my spiritual path, the one thing that I probably would have done first is to practice mindfulness and get my mind in a state where it is now, essentially. But it's taken me 10.5 years to get here, which is fine. There's realistically, like, time doesn't even exist except for here, so it's totally fine that it's taken me that long. That's how my path has worked out, which has been fine. But I want to teach you how to be able to pick up on things that took me 10.5 years, how to pick up on them now. Because the truth of it is the reality that you're living, I guarantee you, has started as a thought from your past. It might have been a fear-based thought. It might have, most of them are fear-based thoughts, unfortunately. It might have been just a passing thought. The thing is with our thoughts, all of our reality, it starts with a thought, and then the emotion that we give it, whether it's a fear-based emotion or a love-based emotion that we give it, it doesn't matter. That part of it is irrelevant. It's still going to come into your reality. If we put Once we put an emotion on it, like for an example, if I have the thought that um, life is horrible, that can just be a thought that I have no attachment to. And it can come into my mind and it can go just as easy. As soon as I'm like, you know what? It really is. It really does suck. And it's so sad that it sucks so bad. As soon as I say that, I now have an emotional attachment to that thought. That thought is going to become my reality. And I'm going to see the things that continue to reiterate for me that life is horrible and it's sad. I'm going to see all the things in my reality that lead back to that sadness, that continue to provoke that emotion. Whether you are thinking a fear based thought and putting a fear based emotion to it, or you're thinking a love based thought and putting a love based emotion to it, your entire the energy that you emit from those emotions and from that thought, it sets the stage, so to speak. So let's say, for an example, if like you're sad, that's a low vibe here, right? But if you're happy, you can be up here vibrationally. Doesn't mean that you're better or worse. It's vibrational difference. So if you are in a low vibrational state, your reality is going to prove you right. Your reality is going to constantly give you reasons to see why the world is horrible and it's sad, because that's what you've asked for. Now, here's the good news. If you have the power and the ability, not if, since you have the power and the ability to think negatively, keep in mind we have over 60,000 thoughts in one single day, and 80% of those are negative. So this takes some deep mindset work of being like building awareness of these thoughts and being able to change the low vibrational thoughts into higher vibrational thoughts. It's going to take some work. This is not a like, oh, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and my reality is going to be different. This is not that kind of thing. But this is the information that I'm sharing with you, and what I'm teaching you today will definitely put you on the road to success as far as being able to change your reality at will. There's parts of my reality that I don't really care for, right now. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna change my mind around it. How can I take that? Not that it's low vibrational, but it's lower than what I want it to be. How can I take that and change it, bring a higher vibe emotion to it, and hold space for that until it becomes my reality? Because I know it's going to. I've been doing this for years. Anything I want in my reality, I can get it because I changed my vibration around it. It literally is that simple. Is it easy? Absolutely not, because we're trained and taught in the exact opposite. We are trained and taught to be in victim mentality all the time. We are taught to that, oh, we're just a victim of circumstances. Oh, this happened to you, therefore you're a victim. This happened to you, therefore you're a victim. Oh, you have this label, therefore you're a victim. Because we truly have so much power that the masses wouldn't know what to do with us. If every single person was able to stand in their power, they wouldn't know what to do with us. We would not be living in a place of fear ever. No, not one single person on this earth came to this earth to live in a state of fear. If you're living in a state of fear, you are living out of alignment with your truth and with the reality that you're meant to be in. You're not meant to be in any low vibe state. So like I said earlier, the good news on that is if you are currently in a low vibe state, and I am by no means saying, oh, it's your fault. Your thoughts got you here. That's again, that's victim mentality. So the good news of this is if you have unknowingly got yourself in this reality, this current reality that you don't currently like, you also have the power and the ability to change it. What would feel better for you? What would feel better than where you are right now? How can you change your thoughts and your emotions to be a higher vibrational match for where it is that you want to go? Like I said, it is very simple. It's not going to be easy because it's not something that you have done. It's not something that you've done every single day of your life up until this point. I've been doing this work for the last 10 and a half years. And like anything else I've done, I've typically failed more than I've succeeded. But I'm at a point now, probably in like the last year, where I've been able to just nail it. It's like, this is where I am. This is where I want to be. What's the difference? And then figuring out what that difference is and what I need to do within myself. It's never anything outside of you. Never. It's your reality doesn't suck because this person did this to you, and your reality doesn't suck because this happened and that happened. And if you are thinking that way, that's victim mentality. Unfortunately, until you get yourself out of that space of victim mentality, it's you're going to be stuck there. That is the truth of it. Victim mentality will leave you stuck. The first step you need to to do to get yourself out of victim mentality is to say, okay, this has happened. What can I do to change it? It's like, now what? Don't spend your time focusing on other people. Don't spend your time placing blame and saying negative things about yourself or others. That's all just a waste of your time and your energy. Focus on what you can change now moving forward. Holding a grudge to other people, holding yourself to like a completely unobtainable standard, that's not helpful for you. It's what, like, even if it's a small change in the right direction. If you're down here and you want to go up here, that's not it's not ideal for you to make that massive jump. And in a lot of cases, your brain's going to be like, yeah, that's BS. I can't do that. Just make it into going from here into something that feels better. And then when you get there, something that feels better. And eventually you're going to be up here. It's only a matter of time. Being able to recognize that you are creating your reality. And when I say you're creating your reality, I want to be very clear on this. You are not the only one creating your reality. The universe is creating with you. The how and the when is never going to be up to you, ever. And this is where a lot of us, again, as human beings that like to control everything, where we get stuck is we do all the things, we take all the action, and then they're like, okay, well, where is it? Where is this new reality that I have worked so hard for? Why isn't it here yet? When is it coming? And what you're actually doing is you're at that point pushing everything away from you. You're in a lack mentality, which is low vibrational space. So, what you want to do is when you get to that point that you have done everything to change your reality that you know to do, then it's time for you to stay in a space of being open and allowing. That, I promise you, will be the hardest part of all of this, especially if you're new to this. Keep with it. Keep practicing this. You're going to suck at it at first, and that's totally fine. The thing is you can't really screw it up as long as you're constantly in a state of open and allowing. You're not going to mess it up. You're absolutely not. The thing is, though, is try when you're trying to change your reality, don't necessarily be like, oh, well, I want this by like next Saturday. Like don't put such a definite timeline on it. It's like, I know this is going to happen. This is what I want. I know it's going to happen. And I'm open to it happening whenever it's meant to. I know it's going to happen in perfect timing. It always does. That saying something like that keeps your energy in a space of being open and allowing. It's like, it's going to come to me. I already know it's on its way. It's going to come to me whenever it's meant to. What I'm sharing with you is the basics of mindset and manifestation. And the two of them together will completely change your life. Like, absolutely 100% change your life. Everybody needs to know this information, and that's why I'm sharing it with you today, is because everybody needs to know that you are far more powerful than you have ever been taught that you are. There is nothing that you cannot accomplish. There is nothing that you can't overcome. You are not a victim of your circumstances. There is nothing wrong with you. You just haven't been taught that yet. You just don't know that yet. Whatever that is for you, you just don't know it yet. And that's okay. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions. I thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you back here next time.